it's Kelly back with another process video and design team project for Cut to You. Today I'm using the shooting star cut file, which is new in the shop. And I'm also using a new product from SpiegelMom Scraps, which is this adhesive backed mylar foil. And I'm just showing you some of the things that I plan on using with this foil. Here I went and embossed it with an embossing folder. And now I'm just trying a couple of different ways to use it. First thing I did was I ran it through the embossing folder. Now I am going to use it just like a sticker. And I was trying this out, and it was really hard to get that backing off of the mylar, or off of the foil. And so I'm just using my bone folder to adhere it. I really like how that looks. I felt like it was too hard though. As many of these stars as I was wanting to use, I just thought it would be easier just to put this whole sheet on some cardstock and then cut it out, which makes it a little, it's a little bit thicker that way, which is fine. But I just tried it a couple of different ways. I'm just playing with this product because it's pretty new to me. So just trying different ways to use it. So if you didn't want any, dimension, you could just, use it like a sticker so it's flat to the page, like I did with that one on that white cardstock at the top. Or you could back it on just like I did here, so it has a little bit more dimension and a little bit more stability. So I'm using Cocoa Vanilla Legendary collection for this layout of my grandson, Cason. And I loved all these fun, bright colors for this layout. And I'm going to, as you saw, I gutted the page because I wanted to save some of that, and I don't want to waste it. And I'm going to map my photo here. I used a black and white photo just because the colors weren't really coordinating. So I love that you can change a picture like this to black and white, and pretty much it will match anything. So. And I'm going through some of the cut aparts just to use some of them to create a stacked photo map for this photo. I like having lots of layers on my photo maps. I just like the way that looks. And I like to rough the edges up. I feel like it just gives a little bit more interest to the page, a little more texture. And here's the cut file. And I cut it out twice because I wanted it to kind of spray across the page. And I'm popping my photo up on some foam adhesive there, and have my title worked out in advance, just because that's something that takes me quite a while and probably not something that everybody wants to watch. So just had it pre-planned. And so I just glued the cut file directly to the page using my favorite glue, the Art Glitter Glue. And so I just cut out some of the stars using those punches, and it just so happened to work almost perfectly inside of these this cut file, inside of each of the stars. And I also, one of the papers from this legendary collection has a ton of stars on it, and so I had just fussy cut. I'd done this a while back. I fussy cut all, you see all those in that little envelope there? I fussy cut all those for such a time as this, so worked out really well. Most of those stars just fit perfectly inside there, like it was made for it. And a bunch of these stars, I didn't adhere flat to the page. I wanted them to have a little dimension, so I let some of the, the points poke up, which I will exaggerate that effect here in a little while, just because I want it to have a little lift off of the page. And I'm about to add my title, and just drew a straight line there to help me keep my title straight as I was gluing it on. And I had the silver foiled, it's chipboard thickers, and I loved this font that went, and the foil went perfectly with the SpiegelMom scrap adhesive back foil, so I would use those to use this thicker set to coordinate. I had to add glue because this is chipboard, and the chipboard thickers don't stay stuck very well. And I decided to go ahead and pop up Superstar on some foam tape just to give it a little more dimension there. And then I just took some of the smaller stars and sprinkled them around the page, just because I wanted to make sure that all the colors are represented. And I also had used, see the little, what do you call those? Not asterisks. Maybe it is an asterisk, I don't know. From the thicker set, there were 3 of those little kind of star asterisk thingies. I can't think of what they're called. And I sprinkled those 3 around the page too, just to bring in that font set. And I'm looking through some of the embellishments, and I don't use very many of these embellishments just because I have a lot going on this page already. I didn't really feel like it needed much more. So I went and took this to the sewing machine and stitched across the top and the bottom, and then I stitched also through some of those hearts, and you could, or not hearts, some of those stars. And you could see how I lifted some of the edges of the stars up so they had a little, so they're not just flat to the page. And then I am going to leave that there. It says "to the moon and back." And I am also going to use these over here on the side of the page. And kind of just tucked into those layers. And then here I am looking for a little banner piece that I had picked out and I couldn't find it. And I guess I'm still looking for it. Wow, this seems to have taken quite a while. So I couldn't find it. Of course, after I had finished the video and took pictures, I found it. It was on the floor. Even though I had already looked on the floor, it just appeared out of nowhere on the floor. So sometimes, but it still worked out just fine. I just used a different banner instead. Here we go. That's the one I end up using. And it says, "You're pretty rad." Because this little boy is so adorable. This was taken on Christmas Day. We went and had Christmas dinner at it's a hotel over here in town, and they had like a little play area for the kiddos, and got to slide down the slide for the first time, and you could tell he was just having fun. So that is about it. I'm going to give you a kind of a close-up here, and the detailed shots and close-ups will follow. I appreciate you so much stopping by and watching, and I would so appreciate it if you would hit that like button and also hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. Be sure to go check out all the new cut files at Cut to You this month. They're awesome. Have a great day. Bye.